Well, guys, we are back. We are unplugged, and I have a special guest today. I have Miss Chris Oren from Jersey Paranormal.
Woo-hoo.
So, how are we doing today, lady?
How are we doing?
I know, big announcement, big announcement. Somebody got engaged last night, and I don't know why she said yes to John. I mean, come on. He's nothing but a paranormal savior. He can't get married, isn't that true? He's not supposed to get married. He's supposed to be.
Have you heard of long engagements?
Yeah, I mean, they've been together as long as my wife and I have been married. 30 plus years, man.
And it totally took me by surprise. I do not know how this community of people, and there's hundreds of people who knew this and I didn't know, and that never happens, ever.
It was one of the biggest secrets, and she didn't even know what was going on until he actually started speaking. She's like, "What the heck are you doing? You're supposed to be here and judging us on stage for the karaoke."
He's not. He doesn't do stuff like that. I know that he speaks and he does lectures and we do events, but that's where he's in control of life. And to put himself out there and do that, he did that to show me.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it the other day when you saw you guys first. Yeah. He's like, "I'm not sure. I'm scared."
And he picked out the ring himself, and he got the size right.
You were
a lot of trickery going on.
You were sleeping.
Sleeping.
You were sleeping when you did this ring, probably. You were sleeping. You probably.
No, Pam. Yeah. Pam had a conversation. Pam called me up a month ago or something. We were just talking. We were just doing idle talk and stuff. This is why I know I got some sneaky friends that they're devious. More devious than I knew. Yeah, she's literally having a conversation. We're talking about fingers swelling up, rings, and and we're talking about sizes, and of course I no clue.
You fell right into it.
I fell right into it. And the bigger kick was how clueless I was. A friend of ours had a flat tire, and we had the same car. She didn't have a donut. We did. So I literally took the donut out and changed her tire with friends. And she gave it back to us a few weeks later. And I'm going to put the donut, because I'm Virgo, so we put everything back the way it's supposed to be. And I go to put the tire in, and that's where the ring was hidden. And one of our team members real quick, "Oh, that's mine. I just saw that left." I had no still.
Well, it was the best, because I knew about it a couple months ago.
How can you guys have known this for 2 months and all of you not like give signals or signs? Or
why would we do that?
It's more usually fun. Somebody spills the beans. Usually
it's more fun when you don't know what's going on and see the reaction on your face. That was the best. I mean, I did it live so my daughter could see it.
And I cried in public.
I think John cried in public too.
He did. I made him cry, and I didn't mean to.
Because we were talking yesterday on the podcast. We were talking about different situations, things that have happened, and we were talking about our co-parts in crime. And I said, "Oh yeah, you got Chris, you got your troublemaker, and I have my troublemaker, it's Steve." So I said I have to give you a fair.
No, we're not troublemakers. We're adjusters.
Okay, is that what we call?
Yes, I'm an adjuster.
He's a just. He's a jester, not a juster.
I adjust.
As you can see, he's looking behind us. He's back behind us against the wall today. So yeah. But so, what makes you so excited about this new chapter in your life? What's the best thing about it that you think it's going to really be great for you guys?
Does it change?
Oh, it does.
How so?
It does. Are you keeping your name?
No.
So you change your name?
I am.
So
yes,
that's changed. So that changes.
That'll change. But my name is.
It's there.
Yeah, it's like it's not in the name. It's the
association with.
Yes.
And how you feel.
To someone. It's joining together.
You're together. Yep.
Yeah. So we've always been together. So for me, I know symbolically out there it changes for other people because there's changes in the name or whatever. Those are just the physical formations of it. But we have always been tied together. We are one.
Yeah, that's all I know you guys as is one entity.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
It's yin and yang. It just doesn't. He is the other half of me that balances. I go way far one way, he goes the other, and we bring each other in.
So basically, you're saying that he's on one side. We'll give a visual thing here. He's on one side of the rubber band, and you're on the other side, and you guys just
And
collide together every so often.
Yeah, every now and then we bang.
We say, well, we weren't going down that road, but I guess we just did. Dang, I didn't expect that to come out. Well, there's a lot of things I didn't expect this weekend.
John is, I've had a lot of trauma in my past, brutal trauma, that most people don't get up and walk away from.
Yep.
And John is if you have the fortune of really getting to know this man, he has the biggest heart. He is the most giver. And you want to talk about loyal to a fault. This man will walk across burning coals for you if you are a friend.
Yep.
And if you matter to him, there's nothing that he will not, even if it terrifies him, that he will not take on for you.
Yeah, he is you guys are both great people.
I think when you meet somebody that comes into your life that brings out the better side of you, that makes you better and wants you to do better, you don't understand.
Exactly. And I met you guys I was going through at the time, I was just going on YouTube and I found you guys. I found you guys on Facebook. I'm like, oh, cool, And then I almost ran you guys over.
Literally
pulling into the Hoover parking lot, almost ran you guys over. Then I came running up to you and said, "Hey."
I really paid Kevin to get he missed stuff.
And I walk up and said, "Hey, you're Jersey Paranormal." And the first thing that's out of John's mouth is, "And so, and who are you?" And I was like, I'm just, but
and we've been close friends.
We've been friends, really good friends. That's that's the best part about it, is that we're moved from the West Coast to here and have more friends here than we did.
Let's talk about that really quick, because there's something very unique about you going from there to here. And I don't think a lot of people know that your house was almost sold 4 times and kept
3 times. The third time it finally sold. Yes.
And there's the thing about this. Susan and I were going back and forth, and she was so heartbroken. So here they got down to the wire. House is sold. We're coming. Everything's. Your house is empty. You guys are sleeping on the floor. No furniture.
We were out here the week of the bash last year. Same time we found a house here, and we went back to California, and everything was getting ready to go. And we were supposed to close at the end of the month. And lo and behold, the people who were in escrow with us decided to adjust their taxes and not say a word.
Yeah.
And we had 80 days in escrow with them, couldn't get out, get them the form. Then we had another person came through, and I actually had a neighbor down the street. I went down and talked to him because I had a tonneau cover I put on a truck, and I was taking it off. And her husband, the same one, I asked if they want it. And she started reading the situation that was going on, and she did Reiki. She came in the house and she had somebody left something in the house that shouldn't have been left there. And we know exactly who that person was afterwards, because they came after that. So that's what very interesting with it. And she came in and she did the whole thing. She picked up things that she didn't know at all. I mean, just boom. I mean, just way interesting stuff. Excuse me. And then we were having issues, and Susan reached out to you.
Yep. And we were going back and forth. She was devastated because Susan and I kept talking. We clicked as soon as we met at the bash. She's a great person. And I'm like that. I'm either very, very drawn to you, and I scoop you up, and we're going to be friends. We'll laugh and joke, and I'll be me. And we hit it off. We're two of a kind. And she literally called me up, and she's telling me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Now, uniquely enough, I got these 10 antique white candles from a church. And they're just average old antique white candles from a church that you can't buy. And they were gotten from a church that was left that day. They allowed us to have them. And there was something about them. And they were given to me because I was so enamored. A friend of ours gave them to me and said, "Take them. Nobody's going to buy these. There's nothing special about them. I don't know why you're drawn to them." And she would put them underneath the car. And I said, "There's just something I'm drawn to." So I lit one in your and Susan's name, and I let it burn. And I said to God, could you please, this is brutal, 3 times. They're slipping on the floor. You had your back surgery. There was all kinds of issues. And she called me up the next morning. And you had no idea that I did that.
No, we had no idea.
Strangely enough, I burned a candle for Chick Coffee. Coffee was having medical issues. We're supposed to go in for major surgery. I burnt the candle for him, a different one. Each candle has a name that I put for each person. And I did it for Chip. And Chip calls us up and he was just like, guess what? It's not what they thought. Everything's great. I don't have to have surgery. I did it. And I'm like, fantastic. Go to a third person. Did you see where I'm going with these candles?
Yep.
I burnt the third one for another person that we all know here that was dealing with lung cancer that was very, very severe. She went back in for testing. There's no cancer. And I burnt a candle in her name for her. So I have 2 left. I burnt for, and everyone I burnt the candle for, something good has happened.
Matter of fact, we have that candle.
I gave it to you. It goes to the person.
We have that candle right there on our $10,000 raised.
Woo!
So we have that candle sitting up on the hutch in our dining room, and it's been there since we got it. Since we saw it the last time.
And
So
is it a coincidence?
I
Well,
think so.
maybe if it was just one candle that just happened, but I have 2 left out of 10. 2. I've burnt 8 candles for different
Yeah,
people,
coincidence
and
is one thing,
everyone
not-
has had. So what? Why was it about those candles? They don't look special.
Yeah.
But they are special.
There's something about it.
So,
That's amazing. So give us one second.
so they're announcing how much is raised
For that.
at this boycotted event.
Yeah, this is. By the way, guys, I'm not gonna. I promise I want to get heavily into it, but there was people out there trying to boycott the bash.
Why would
And
you do that?
It's for the veterans. It's for
Little children.
the terminally ill children and stuff, and all the money is made for these charities. And there's people out there going, "Oh, people are making money off this." I've been privy to certain situations that I know does not go to a person's pocket.
Well, the representative for the charity here.
They're here.
They're in the building.
And the people that they're saying that making money off this don't. I know for a fact they don't. And I'm not into either side of the situation. I'm fairly new to this area out here, so I don't know everybody as well as most people do.
But the bottom line is that no matter what personal feelings are or agendas, when something is for something good,
Yeah.
you don't restrict.
Well, my thing is, I think it's the ones that are trying to destroy things, have something wrong in their lives, and they haven't found their own meaning, what they have to go for and do.
Maybe I should like him.
It's a possibility, but it wouldn't be really a waste because you're putting that positive energy out there. Maybe they'll heal whatever they're hurting in life.
I believe positive gets positive, negative gets negative. I
Exactly.
live by that.
And
And I believe in the do no harm.
exactly, and that's the whole thing. I mean, I was attacked at one point, and they were attacking friends of mine, you and Steve
Bring it.
and Pam and
Well,
John
I
and you.
don't want you to bring it, but saying that in life, some people have dealt with real serious things in their life. So this stuff, to me, it's like trying to pour water.
And I do believe it backfired on these people because there's nobody boycotting this. It's actually turned out to be one of the biggest ones they've had yet.
And they've raised $10,000.
$10,000, and
Amazing.
it's not that late in the day. It's amazing what's going on.
No,
I mean,
it's a happy event. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And I got engaged.
Yeah, there's even icing on the cake with that. I mean, it's fun. It's one of those neat things to be able to see and be here.
Positivity.
It's so much positive. When you come here, you can feel the positivity, and people say that. I have a friend that came out from Utah that's a comedian. She's like overwhelmed with the energy. She has the energy.
She is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my
She'll be
God.
here next. She wants to come to you guys. She wanted to see about coming this year. I said, I think it's all booked out. So I think next year she's going to be coming out.
So when he's saying it's booked out, it's the vendors that are booked out. It's the spaces. We're very limited. We're not like this where we have all of these vendors. We have like 30 vendors that, and we get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of any one event, but we can't do that. We're in a certain area of,
Yeah.
So it's more of a coming together and enjoying that.
So she wants to come out next year and be at your
left my part. Well, you got to set her up with contact so I can interview.
We'll get her. Oh, you'll love
Have a
her.
conversation.
You'll have to have her give a reading.
I will do
I
that.
will tell you what, she's 100% interested in her reading. So
I guess I'm gonna stand behind me, don't I?
yes, you do. You feel their presence. Another troublemaker in the group.
You want to go live?
No, camera.
Camera. Oh, you were on there just for a split second. That's okay.
It wasn't live though.
Yes, it is.
It is.
We are live. That's why it's called Paranormal Unplugged.
Look at her.
We are broadcasting. You go to our Facebook page, you'll see it going right now. And YouTube. I know I'm number one in everybody's life.
She doesn't realize that we were sitting. She thought it was just two guys having a conversation, so she just wanted to join in the front, and she's camera shy.
So now we got it. Now I'm just going to take and use that as the clip for the YouTube page. I have a habit of doing that.
So there's fun and mayhem here, and abundance.
Oh yeah, this is great. Dinner last night was amazing. We had the pictures I'll have to put up on Facebook, but I'm telling you what, it was like the Godfather was at the table, and there was all the minions around him. It was amazing. It was a really good dinner. I mean, it was a big family sitting at that table last night.
There was so much energy and so much fun. I don't know how to explain when you get a group of people like-minded who don't have agenda, who don't have anything other than the common love of just hanging out, talking and having fun.
Yep.
And that's what transpired last night.
Yep.
And then to top it off with me getting engaged and being unaware and you all were in it, which I need to re-question my faith and trust in all of you.
Friendships with everybody
You know what
else.
I'm saying?
So at
But-
least you know there's no secret that will be told. If you don't want it told, at least you know it will be told.
I don't know about that.
Well, you know what it was threatening from John. You say anything, you're dead.
Yeah, the paranormal savior.
Yeah, the paranormal savior, he'll have us struck down.
But no, before we wrap this up and everything, I want to say to you, one, thank you for letting me come on here and talk with you. We never get to do this like we always have everybody involved. Two, the greatest joys in my life are the people that I've met and gotten to know who become part of the family. Because I tend to be a hermit, believe it or not. Everybody thinks I'm social. I'm really not.
Yeah, she's usually
So,
quiet.
Yeah, this is brilliant and wonderful. And when things are important and things matter, you have to have a voice. You have to come out and you have to support. Because kindness is something I don't just say. I practice. I live it. I do it. I think that it is the hardest thing in the world to be kind when you're not being kind to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't start practicing being kind to each other, no matter what our differences are,
Exactly.
what our opinions are, we have to have common ground. We're human. We all have pain. We all have issues. We all have something that's in us that hurts. Why cause more harm than hurt? If you've been hurt and you know how that feels, you don't not purposely extend it on someone else.
Exactly. I agree with you 100% on that. And I'm glad to have you on the podcast. I know every once in a while I'll do an appearance with different shirts on and really drive John crazy. So, it was great to have you here today.
And thank you for my action figure. I love her.
Yes, she's the only one that actually has an action figure. John has a potato head, and he has a
Bobblehead? Christmas ornament.
Christmas ornament, yes. And he gives her a hard time saying, I have the first action figure. And no, it wasn't because I felt bad for you. It's because I knew that you could handle the action figure. It didn't go to your head like John's does. I got to make one for Mr. Zappis.
You do. The Godfather?
I got to make one for him. And I got to find one for Chip, because I think that'd be the ultimate one for Chip. And I mean, Chip gave me the idea for the potato head for John. So it actually has a holy water dispenser in it.
Oh my.
He forgot to mention it to him when you guys were online. So I said potato head. I was hoping he was going to bring it out and show him that it actually has the holy water.
Yeah, when he gets fixated on stuff, he just,
So you're just going to have to, you guys are going to have to put it out
I'm
there.
going to have to put it out there.
So-
We did do one live, but we had them all on.
Yeah, but you didn't show
The
Chip,
holy water.
the holy water part of
Well,
it.
we'll
You
have to
pop the head
We'll
off.
definitely have to.
The head comes off just like it does in real life. So, but we're going to wrap it up for now. Thank you again for coming on. And, you're welcome.
And if you're not here, you guys are really missing it. This
Yes.
is beautiful.
this is one of the best things I've been to in a long time, and I actually get to be here the whole weekend, which is great. Last time we were only here for a little bit, back and forth, looking at houses and stuff, so it's great. And we'll definitely be up by you guys coming up, so we're gonna be there.
And that's also a charity. We're
Yep.
100% charity. Our event is the same thing. With us, it is the Woodbridge Charity Fund. They're the ones. They take the money when you pay to go to the expo. The money goes right directly to them. You see it when you pay. John and I just work and volunteer our time to put the whole thing together. And just so people know, the money the past year went to a gentleman who was disabled. His mother had passed. The house caught on fire, burnt down. He was burned and was in a burn unit. And the money went towards helping him get his life back together. And get out.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
We had a meeting with the mayor, and it was like, we don't help public with stuff. If you notice, we don't really.
Yeah.
Because it's about people coming and just having it. And if it does good in the background, I grew up being taught that when you do charity, if you brag and you post and you put it out there,
That's
is it
doing it
really
good.
charity?
Yeah, you're doing it for your
Are
own
you
self.
helping the community by doing so? Yeah. But sometimes we need to hear where that money's coming.
Exactly.
1 year it helped an individual with a brain tumor. Another year it went to Cancer Institute that was underutilized. Another year it went for mental health. So there's so many different things that is happening and helping in the community.
Maybe there's a chance that the two bashes collide in the future. I think that'd be amazing. Have both of them. Imagine how big that would be. How much money you guys would raise.
I can't even imagine.
I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Be amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. We're gonna wrap it up.
Have fun.
We're gonna wrap it up, guys, and we'll be back shortly, a little bit later down the road. And I'll have somebody else on here, hopefully. And keep safe out there and behave.
Yeah, you got to pull them in.
I gotta pull them in. I gotta drag them.